Hello everyone, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. Today we're going to be presenting Let's Talk Football episode 3. As you can see, we're making a preview basically about the upcoming game against Fulham tomorrow and where we go from there next, because our performances have been a lot to be desired, and it's difficult to watch Liverpool at the moment. On and off the pitch, what we're doing, it's not right. It's not right, and it's affecting a lot of stuff that's happening around the club. Um, let's talk. Let's talk. You know what? Let's talk about the Chelsea game. What did we do right, and what did we do wrong as well? A lot of stuff. Thinking about it. What did we do right? Not many, because we struggled throughout the game to create chances. And it kept on happening again and again and again during the game, and it was really frustrating. What did we do wrong? Plenty of things. The team ain't performing as we want them to perform at the moment, and it's a lot of stuff that's happening around it. That obviously the manager has lost his mum, Allison lost his dad, and we got about probably 8 to 9 players out, and everybody around the club, especially the fans, are getting frustrated and they want this to happen, that to happen. I mean, like players to go out, manager to leave, and they quickly forget where we was before the 3 years of success. We was nowhere to be seen. We were struggling. We was actually on the point of not even challenging for anything, and it was happening on a regular basis. So we need to calm down. We need to calm down and analyze everything. Just think about what's next for Liverpool, because it's hard to watch what we're doing at the moment. But we've got to get back to basics. We've got to get back to basics, and us playing the way we're playing at the moment ain't working. So there's got to be another option for us to attack this. With me, I've always been the same kind of person. Like, I get frustrated during the day, but I forget it the next day. I don't really let it linger. Just continue on a regular basis and expect things to change, this to happen, that to happen. Being angry ain't gonna solve anything, people. Being angry ain't gonna solve anything. And asking for the manager to get out ain't gonna solve anything. We've got a lot of work ahead. A lot of work ahead. Probably players leaving in the summer and getting a new batch in, because a lot of the players we got at the moment, they're either too big for their shoes, or they don't want to. They don't want to be here. It's just a simple fact, you know. You know what I mean? Like, everything gets old in everything we do in life, and I'm afraid that's what's happening at Liverpool. Um, yes, we lost Van Dijk, we lost Matip, we lost Gomez, we lost Allison at some point, we lost Fabinho at some point, we lost Salah at some point, we lost Mane at some point. I mean, we've lost all the players this season at some point. But we should not be where we are with the team we got. We should not. We shouldn't be struggling. We should not be struggling at all this season, especially when we won the league last season as well. It's tough to take. It's tough to take, and calling out managers, calling out players, and all that stuff ain't gonna help, because we've been here before, people. Like, you gotta understand, these issues happened before at Liverpool, and we haven't recovered from it for years and years, until, well, obviously last season when we won the league. It took us 30 years to recover from those downhill moments in previous seasons, and everybody is expecting every season to be the same. It's not going to be the same. That Everton game in the beginning of the season has cost us a lot. It's not. It has, because it took out our best defender, Van Dijk, and we haven't been defending well ever since. We don't even attack well as well. Because you got to think about it. These kind of games we're having now with the smaller teams, especially with like the likes of West Brom and Brighton and Burnley. When they come over to Anfield and park the bus, we we haven't solved that issue, in my opinion. Because if we solved that issue, we would have done better now. We would have done better, much better now, but we haven't, and it has cost us a lot of points. I'm saying that we haven't solved it is because we used to have Van Dijk that attacks corners and everything to do with set pieces. But if we don't have that, it's hard for us to create chances because we haven't got players that actually can create chances in the pitch. And it keeps on happening again and again and again. Um, in my opinion, we just have to get back to basics. Make it like difficult for teams. Like if they're playing deep line defending, why can't we? Why can't we go back to being defensive? Defensive team, make the solid three. Make the middle three more solid than they usually are. Why don't we do that? Why do we have to keep attacking, and then open gaps all over the place, and then the other team gets a chance on the counter attack and score a goal? Why do we have to go through things like that? It's really annoying when I see that, especially in the games of since turn of the year. Since turn of the year, we've been struggling really badly to open up teams. And when Sam Allardyce came with West Brom, that's where they all started. That's why we don't really play well against Sam Allardyce's teams, because he comes in deep line defending, and we always struggle every single time, and it's been happening for years and years and years. As I said, it's people like Van Dijk that actually opened up these teams in the past, and we don't have Van Dijk that actually can open up these teams. So it's going to continue. It's going to continue, and we're not going to end it. It really hurts that we lost to Chelsea that way. Chelsea are never a passing team, and they were passing us in that game. They were showing us like what we used to do to other teams being done to us, and it was. I really got frustrated, and then you see Salah getting frustrated when he's getting subbed as well. From what I've heard, the manager told Salah to get back and help Trent out because he was getting doubled up on, and Salah couldn't run back because that's not his game. Salah is not a person that will run up and down the pitch. Everybody knows that. So as soon as the manager saw Salah not running, he said, "You know what? Come off, get off the pitch. You're not worth me spending time for you to stay on the pitch and while I could get someone else." But what I fail to understand is that has the manager just woke up? Salah has been here for about 4 seasons, I think now. He's been doing that since he's been here. And I've been complaining about it for ages. Why is Mane defending on one side and Salah ain't defending the other side? And it kept on happening. So when we're struggling the most, when we need the players the most, they don't really show up, some of them. And Salah scores goals, but Salah doesn't score in decisive moments. That's what people need to understand. Salah scores a lot of goals, yes, but what goals does he score first and last to win us games? I can't really. You look at the Aston Villa game, he scored 2 goals, but we already lost that game 7-2. So you need to look into things like that. Yes, he scores a lot of goals, but they're not decisive enough to win us games. That's what I'm talking about now. We need to revert back, get a strong team going, a solid team that can actually, defend together, attack together, create goals together. This is what we need to do. If we don't do that, I'm telling you right now, the Fulham game tomorrow is going to be a struggle. And Fulham have played away in a few games and played pretty well. And if they play really well against us, especially our form at home, we will struggle in this game. 100%. We're going to lose this game again, and it's going to be our sixth defeat at home. 6th defeat at home, people. And that's not acceptable. We've never had 5 consecutive, 5 defeats in a row ever at Liverpool, and this can happen. This is what's worrying me at the moment, people, and it's hard to take. It's hard to take. Everybody's blaming everybody. Nobody's taking the blame at the moment, and you got people blaming the owners, people blaming the manager. But why don't we all take it together and try to push back? Because we could still salvage this season. 12 was it 11 games to go, and if we win probably 8 or 9 of them, we could probably be back in the Champions League spot. But if we just keep giving up and letting people come into us and do whatever they want to us at Anfield, away from home, and all that stuff, we've got no chance of winning anything. So, yeah, in my opinion, we need to wake up now. Enough writing stuff in social media. Enough agents come. I couldn't believe what I saw from Salah's agent. I couldn't believe what happened when Salah went off. Yeah, Salah's agent went on social media, Twitter, and put a full stop. Do you guys know what full stop means? Like, do you actually know what full stop means? It means the end. In most cases, when someone puts a full stop on anything. So why a Colombian agent is putting a full stop on our player that we made? If it wasn't for us, Salah would not be a major player in Europe. This manager, this club, and beyond that, have made Salah a star in the world. And then you get an agent putting a full stop in a Twitter, and he thinks like it's right to do that. To me, Salah needs to go back to his agent and tell him to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear nothing you're saying. Because it will end up like Pogba at Man United and Salah at Liverpool. It will end up like that. No respect for the club. Do whatever you want. And this is the way it's turning out to be. Salah did not run back, people. That's why the manager took him off. If you can't trust a player to run back to defend the team, defend for the team when we need them the most, of course you got every right to take him off. I was confused at first as well when I saw him coming off. I said, this guy is the only one who could score goals. Why are we taking him off? But looking back and researching why the reason he was taken off, I understand why this happened. And it's gonna don't be surprised if Salah doesn't start the next game now. Don't be surprised if Mane goes back to the right side and Jota plays up front and Firmino plays on the left. Don't be surprised if this happens, because it can happen. You need to put players that you can trust on the pitch. You can't put players who are unreliable on the pitch. It's hard to watch, people. And the other one I was frustrated about as well is Fabinho playing as a centre back. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I know I talked about my last stream about Fabinho, but why is Fabinho playing as a centre back? Please explain that to me. Why is Fabinho playing as a centre back? That should not happen anymore. He hasn't got the pace for us to hold a high line for him. It's tiring watching that, people. Honestly, it's tiring watching that. We need Fabinho in the solid defensive midfielder so we could make it free. So he doesn't have to go far. So you could play Naby Keita and you could play Thiago alongside him. Jones, I love Jones. Don't get me wrong. The kid has done outstandingly. But it's time to rest him. Just listen, this kid has had his time on the team. I think it's time to revert back, get back to the senior players, and let them start playing. I don't trust Oxlade anymore, because when he comes on as a sub or when he starts, he's not doing anything. Each time he plays, we worry in case that leg is going to go. Milner is on and off. It depends how fit he is and if he could run. We could even start him in the next game. Just make it solid in the middle. If we make it solid in the middle, we don't have to worry about the back, because we will chase teams about like we used to and stop the counter-attacks on a continuous basis. If we make that solid, like put Fabinho in the hole, put Thiago or Milner or Keita there, we'll be okay. It's hard to watch, honest to God. It's hard to watch Fabinho at the back. I can't do it anymore. People. I think it's time we revert back, get a proper centre-backs. Like, what's happened to Ben Davies, people? Like, what has happened to Ben Davies? We bought this player and he's not even playing. That's hard to take. Honestly, it's hard to take. You pay all that money for Ben Davies. I know it's not a lot, but still, what's the use for him? To just sit on the bench or sit on the sideline to watch the team play? What's the use for him? Get the guy going. Play proper centre backs in their position. Are you telling me Ben Davies is worse than Fabinho at the back? But that's Ben Davies' position. That's where he's supposed to play. I mean, so just swap things around, get back to the basic back four, and then put the defensive midfielder there, and we'll see what we could do after that. It's tiring, people. Honestly, it's tiring watching Liverpool, man. It's because it's the repeat of the same thing again and again and again. We're repeating the same thing, and it's not working. We're trying to counterattack people. We're trying to do this. Basically, what we're doing, we're going to a blind alley, and we're thinking that we're going to survive it on a continuous basis. No, it's never going to happen because we're losing still. You just have to make it solid as the other team do. They're making it difficult for us. Why can't we make it difficult for them? Just get back to basics, Liverpool. Get back to the team that actually were hungry and make sure they don't plug holes everywhere. That's what we need to do. It's hard. It's hard watching Liverpool. People. Honestly, it's hard watching Liverpool. This Fulham game ain't gonna be easy, people. This Fulham game ain't gonna be easy. Don't expect anything else to come out of this game other than probably a loss or a win. I can't see a draw because Fulham are gonna come. They're gonna make it difficult for us, and they're going for the win like Burnley did, like Brighton did, like Chelsea did, like Man City did. Like all these teams that come to Anfield and we lost to in the last 5 games, they're gonna do the same thing. So don't be like thinking it's gonna be easy game. We're gonna walk through it like it's easy. No. Don't forget we drew with this team 1-1 and we should have lost that game if it wasn't for Allison. It's not easy, people. I'm telling you right now. I'm tired of watching the same outcome in games and nothing is ever gonna change. And that's the way it looks at the moment. That's the way it looks at the moment. And even if you look at the substitution in the game, I understand with Jota. I don't understand with Chamberlain. I don't understand with Milner. I mean, you got Navigator on the bench and Shaqiri and all that, and Origi. I'd rather have them. But why are you bringing on players that ain't gonna change the game? We're not even gonna win the game. So why are you bringing these players on? It's tiring, people. Honest to God. Let's check out the table, by the way. And sorry, the results. So this is what's happened. Oh man, it's tiring watching Liverpool. Honest to God. So this is a Chelsea game. So the lineup was like this. This is what I'm saying about Liverpool. Yeah. While we got Fabinho there, Fabinho should be here. He should be nowhere near here. He should nowhere be near here. He should be back here where he belongs, and you could stick Ronaldo there and Thiago there. At least we'll be more solid if you play these players in their proper positions. Get Nat Phillips back on and Kabak or Ben Davis. Put them in their proper position. I can't believe they could do a better. They can't do their job. That's their job. They are defenders, and you bring in a defensive midfielder to play in their position. How embarrassing is that? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching defensive midfielders playing there. Henderson even plays there at times, and it's really frustrating me as well. It's time for a change. Just go back to basics. Make it more solid. Play 3 proper defensive midfielders in that position where we are looking at. One here, one there, one there. The front 3 can change. You could put Firmino here, Mane there, and Jota there. Why can't we do that? It should be that simple. I can't honestly. I'll be surprised if Salah starts the next game after what his agent done and the way he was behaving when he came off. I'll be really surprised, man. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, man. And it's not like fake stuff. It's actually true. But we need to change our ways. I saw this guy running about at Anfield. Sorry, no, at the training ground today. Let's hope he's coming back soon, but not rushing back as well, because we need this guy. We definitely need this guy. It's good to see him running back, doing what he normally does. He's getting fitter, people. He's getting fitter. This is the best defender in the world, man. You never think you never think that a person who's a centre back can affect the team performance. That's what he done. He's affected our performance. Hi, Rich. Yeah, he's affected the way we're playing. we're not doing what we normally do without him. And when you don't have a fast centre backs, you know you're gonna struggle. Hi Rich, how's it going? Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I'm just doing my own little thing. I did last minute thing, so I'm just streaming and talking about the preview to the Fulham game, mate. Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see Van Dijk. I'm happy he's running again, but don't expect too much, people. He's not gonna be the Van Dijk of old. He's gonna like dominate people and all that stuff straight away. It might take him time. He might not recover. I don't know. I don't know how severe the injury was because he walked off the pitch. If you have a ligament damage, you should never walk off the pitch. Let's be honest there. You should never walk off the pitch, and he has. He has. What a player though. I can't believe like one player has affected a whole squad. A whole squad. I mean, and team performance. It's very strange, man. It's very, very strange. Let's check out the table as well. What can we do to recover the season? What can we do? That's what we need to look at here, people. Like, what can we do to make the season even better than what it is now? So basically, yeah, you look at Chelsea, 4 points off the top. Can we retrieve this? Yes, of course we can. And don't forget, Everton and Chelsea, I think they're playing each other as well. We're not too far. We just have to get back to winning ways. That's all we have to do. We have to get back to winning ways and see where we can go from there. Because if there's only two teams in the Premier League that actually can put a run together if everybody's awake, and that's Man City and Liverpool. And I'm hoping we can do something in this game. I'm really hoping because I can't. I can't bear us to have another defeat, man. Let's see where Fulham is. Look, third from bottom. Third from bottom, Fulham. They lost to Tottenham in the last game. Can we do something to them? Can we retrieve like points now? I think we can, but we need to stop playing the same way. Like I keep saying, we can't keep playing the same freaking way and expect us to win games, man. Change it up, Klopp. Do something else. I mean, like make it more solid so we could plug those gaps in the middle. Like whenever like the ball's on the right side and it's Trent, he's doubled up on, and they always get past him. Plug those gaps. Stop people going through that side. Make it harder for the other teams. That's what we need to do. And I could see, I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you, sorry. I'm telling you guys, I can see Fulham getting chances in this game if we keep playing the same way we're playing in each game we come out in. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. It's going to be one of those games that deep line defending will cost us again. But it depends how dynamic we are. Are we going to change our ways? Are we going to show people we're different? This is what we've got to do. We've got to like do something different to scare these teams. I'm tired of it, man. I'm really tired of it, man. So as you can see, the table is how it is now. We still can catch the top four. 11 games to go. Why not? Why not go all full throttle and try to retrieve our league standings and get back to the top four? Why not? Nothing is impossible in life. Teams are dropping points. They all have to face each other someday. So it's happening now. So why not? Let's just get back to basics. Be more solid. Be more creative. Be more dynamic in the pitch, and start winning again. And then we'll be fine after that. Honestly, God, we'll be fine after that. Let's get back. Let's get back. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this alone today, so it's a bit difficult for me to go up and down with these things. Normally, the other people are chatting on the chat. Yeah, so back to basics, in my opinion, people. Back to basics. Let's go back to how we was, and show the other teams Liverpool are not going away, and they're here to stay. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm sure majority are looking for that as well. Stop all this stuff about Klopp out. Stop all of this about players don't want players out and all this stuff. These are the same people that got you success in the first place. Liverpool ain't gonna be champions without these people. Teams before that have tried it for years, especially with everybody's favorite Gerrard, and we've never done what we're doing now. Now the players need you, fans. The players need you. When they need you the most, you need to start backing them as well. You know what I mean? You can't keep saying, "Oh, the crap, get them out." Da, da, da. You can't say things like that. They need you now. I suggest you support them, and the same way they actually showed for you during the 3 seasons that's passed by. You need to understand these players are tired. They can't run anymore. They can't produce what they did in the past anymore because they have no rest for 3 years. People, think about it: Champions Leagues, European Cups, sorry, Champions League, um, World Cups, European Cups as well. You can't, and the league and World Club Championships. The list goes on and on and on, and no rest in between. Think about this season as well. Where's our preseason? Where is our preseason, people? Don't forget, this team goes through a marathon in preseason to get fit. Remember what Roy Keane said last season? This team is fit. They are really fit, and nobody can stop them. That's because we didn't have no preseason to prepare for this one. If we had a preseason, like you know what Klopp does, he puts them through a training structure that's actually like a marathon. So when the season comes, they can cope with the fatigue and everything else. We didn't have that. We had, was it 3 weeks off and 1 week to prepare? Sorry, 3 weeks off and 1 week to prepare. How is that going to happen? How do you expect players, human beings, to come back the same every season? And don't forget, we only bought 3 players. That's Simicaz, Thiago, and Jota. We didn't buy a whole loads as well because we expected those players to stay fit and compete for other positions. Now we're missing about 8 players, and everybody's moaning about left, right, and center. We need to buy this, we need to buy that, but you need to balance the books. We're not in debt anymore, people. So once these 8 players come back, that's when we should judge the team, not when they're already like injured and the team is doing badly. We need them back, then we can discuss what we're gonna do next. We got to think about things like this. We're rushing. We're too much rushing into things and negativity around the club, which we already forgot about years and years ago. Negativity brings what? It brings problems. Stop the negative stuff, and then we'll see what we can go for there in the future. I'm tired of this negativity. It's tired of hearing it because that's what brought us down in the past, and we're going back to that hole again. I don't want to be there anymore. I've suffered 30 years of the same shit, and it's enough, enough, enough. So tomorrow's game, like I said, I'm expecting us to go back to basics, go back to proper like back line instead of playing midfielders back line. It ain't working. No matter what we do, it ain't gonna work. Hopefully, we see Ben Davis, Kabak, and who was not Fabinho. We don't want Fabinho as centre back. Kabak and Nat Phillips. That's what we need to go back on. I hope we could go back to those 3. Whoever's fit out of them, just 2 of them can play. As soon as we do that and play Fabinho in his normal position just in front of the defense, I don't want Fabinho to be too far from them. Let him just sit there and help them out. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want anything more than that. And you could play Thiago and Naby Keita as well to run the midfield. And the front 3, I think they have to be switched. I know a lot of people will shoot me down for this, but they need to be switched. Rest one of them or 2 and bring some fresh legs on there. Of course, if we bring fresh legs, hopefully we'll have more hunger in the game and we could run about even more. And then you could bring them off the bench in the last 20 minutes or something like that. And they could actually help out the players and with their fresh legs probably get more goals for us to win the game. We just need to get back to basic, make it more solid, and then we'll see where we go from there. People, please, I hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.